Hey y'all. I'm gonna apologize for my hair. It's crazy right now. Um, Today's video, if you own horses, just please watch this. 'Cause I had no idea that this was a thing. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna get into it. This is a video that I've been waiting about like 6 months to do. But I just haven't really gotten around to doing it because it's kind of painful. So if you've been following my channel, you would know that back in October, we got 3 new horses: Pepper, Cappuccino, and Apollo. And also, if you've been following my channel, you would know that Apollo passed away in January. So I'm going to share with you what happened to Apollo and how you can prevent that. What happened to him. That's why I really want you to watch this if you own horses. So basically, Apollo, he was an 8-year-old big, stout Appaloosa horse. He was healthy, very healthy. But he ended up getting botulism, also known as possum's disease, but I guess the more technical term is botulism. I had no idea that was a thing until it was too late. So basically, I'm going to talk to you about the symptoms of botulism and how you can prevent it. So, Apollo acted like really normal about the last week of his life. He acted fine. It was a couple days before that we realized there were a little bit of changes. He had always been a very neat eater. He never really slobbered or slopped. We noticed a couple days before we had to have him put down, he started slobbering a lot while he ate. And that was strange. Like, he was slobbering a lot. That's one symptom of botulism. They slobber. Another symptom, when it gets really too far down the road, is that they shake. Like their legs start getting weak and they just shake all over, because botulism attacks the nervous system, so the brain, obviously, how that functions, and all of the muscles. That's what it affects. I don't know if it affects anything else, but that's all I know. So we noticed he started slobbering a lot. That was strange, but I also didn't think anything of it because, he's young and strong. That's what I was thinking. The next day, noticed he, it wasn't even it was the next day and the day of. When we turned him out, he, went and laid down near the round bale. And also, botulism can be caught from water, like if they don't have clean water, or from hay / food. So, yeah, we noticed he was laying down. But that also didn't seem different, because occasionally horses will lay down, and he did occasionally lay down. We didn't think anything of it. So the next day, which I was not there, thankfully, because I would have lost it, they go out and they see that Apollo, he's not himself. They take him in, try to feed him, doesn't want to eat. Also, when he gets in, his legs, you can tell that he was getting really weak in the legs. So they try to load him on the trailer and take him to the vet for an emergency vet call, but he could not get on the trailer. He physically could not, because his legs were so weak. So they tried to load him, wouldn't load, so they put him back in the stall. And they called the vet and had her come out. And literally, within 2 or 3 minutes of her being there, she looked at him. And this is how you know. He had already been laying down in his stall. He had ended up laying down in his stall. That's really not normal for him. Or it wasn't normal for him. And, yeah. So, when she went in there, the first thing she did, she opened his mouth and like grabbed his tongue. And you know, if you usually when you open a horse's mouth, there's going to be some fighting back, and especially if you grab their tongue, they're going to try and yank it away from you. But he was just relaxed and he let her grab his tongue. That was when she realized and she knew exactly what it was right off the bat. She said, it's botulism. She said, there's like not any sense like in trying to fix it, because you can go into like a $10,000 vet bill and that horse is still going to die. So that was a shocker because it came out of the blue completely. And I was going to use Apollo, if you've seen in my earlier videos, I was going to use him as my rope horse. So he had a bright future ahead of him, and it just came out of nowhere. So she basically told them that the best thing is to euthanize him. So they had him euthanized. But I'm going to tell you how you can prevent botulism. You can get botulism vaccines. Keep in mind, these horses, they came out of probably like originally Mexico, then went to Texas. They didn't have any of their vaccines, and we hadn't had them vet checked yet. We were planning on doing that later in the year. I would encourage you to definitely get the botulism vaccine. Also, what we found out, it's very common in our area, especially like with hay that is baled in my area, because it's so wet here and like humid. The botulism like comes as like mold in hay or food, or also in hay it could have been like a dead animal that got wrapped up in the baler, like a rabbit or a squirrel or something like that the baler did not see and ended up baling in the hay. So that's kind of what causes botulism, like mold or dead animals. The hay the round bale, and it's typically found in round bales, not as much square bales. The round bale that we had gotten was wrapped, and it was from around here. But when we opened the bale, it looked and smelled good. And it was in the winter, so usually people do feed round bales to their horses in the winter. And I'm not telling you not to feed round bales. I'm just telling you to be very careful and make sure you buy very high quality hay that has been baled right and kept up. I mean, this hay was not like, from the looks of it, this guy had sold it to horse people, so it was horse quality. It just so happened to, there's Miss Sadie in the background, to have the spot in it. And the vet also said that some of the other horses that were eating on the round bale, because all three of the other ones were eating off the same round bale. She said they could have eaten around it, they could have eaten a little bit and it not affected them. Could have been many things. It just so happened he got too much of it. Or, yeah, she said basically some horses will eat around it, some horses don't. And obviously Apollo didn't. And in water, botulism comes like if the water is nasty, or it doesn't even have to necessarily be nasty, but also like if you're letting your horse drink out of a creek or river or something and there might be a dead animal in there. I don't know what Sadie's looking at. She might be looking at the goat he's batting. So yeah, like if there was a dead animal in the water, that could probably cause it. All I'm telling you, like the reason I'm telling you this is just to raise awareness so that maybe you don't lose your baby. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I tried to cover most of the symptoms. I probably left some out, but this is a topic you definitely need to research if you have horses or are planning on getting them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I apologize about my crazy hair. So yeah, thank you guys. Please like this video and subscribe.